15-point lead for SAGU, 49-34. Get some of the halftime stats for you. What stands out to you, Frank, as you look at some of the numbers team-wise and individual performances from these two Lion ball clubs?
You know, we always know that SAGU is going to play good defense, but the key for SAGU is they're shooting 54%. I mean, that's way above their average. You know, everything's kind of the same for Vanguard, but I mean, hey, you're just putting the ball in the basket. That's kind of the name of the game, and SAGU's doing a better job of it. The other thing is typically a Vanguard team, they're going to always be ahead in the turnover margin, but actually SAGU's beating them over in the turnovers. You know, SAGU's only turned the ball over 3 times, and they've stolen the ball from Vanguard 6 times. So a little bit unusual as Vanguard kind of being sloppy with the ball.
And
so
you noticed something in the stats, the offensive board ratio compared to second chance points. 7 rebounds offensively has turned into 13 second chance points for the Vanguard line.
For Vanguard, yeah, they've done a great job of converting offensive rebounds into points. SAGU's got almost the same amount of offensive rebounds, but haven't been able to convert them into points. So
just 2, in fact.
Yeah.
Just 1 bucket.
You're exactly right on that. And
that was the tip-in from
at the very end.
When
yeah.
Jason missed the bunny and Rao tipped it in.
Yep. And he did a great job coming after the basketball.
So you're down 15. Your head coach, Rhett Soliday, what adjustments are we making here to try to keep pace with this home team on their home court? They're playing here, and they're the number 15 team in the land. You got to find a way. You're number 21. You've only got 1 loss in the season. What do you do?
Yeah, if I'm Coach Soliday, I'm not panicking.
Okay.
I don't think you need to panic. You've got guys that can shoot the ball from 3 really well. I would not panic. Plus, your big inside guy, Bishop has been, Alman has been on the bench with 2 fouls. So, you know, hopefully he can play this full second half and give them that inside presence and create some more offensive rebound opportunities. But I would not panic, and I don't think, you know, he's a mature coach. They've won the national championship before. They're not going to panic. What SAGU's got to do is now eliminate the run. Eliminate the run.
Now, one thing that's real cool is there was this clinic called Experience yesterday with some pro players and SAGU players, and it's just a way to kind of accentuate the off-court festivities of the Holiday Classic, and I'm just so proud, I know you are too, of what SAGU's doing in the athletic program led by Jesse Godding. You know, you work with NBA players, with kids. It's just phenomenal to see. As you see here, some highlights of what happened just yesterday.
Yeah, that's excellent. It's excellent for not only the kids in the community that come out and get to experience, you know, having a good time with some college basketball players, but it's a great experience for the college basketball players of what it's like to really impact some youth and to know, hey, these kids look up to you. How are you going to impact them? Because they hang on every word. It's incredible what impact these college athletes have.
And notice also you saw multiple players from different teams all playing together. I love to see that, you know, when it's all said and done, we're on the same team. That's the kingdom of God.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. That makes watching the college game a lot of fun when you know there's something bigger.
Well, let's see if big things can happen for Vanguard. They're down 15, a big obstacle to overcome, and they'll get the first possession of half number 2. We're underway here. Vanguard in the dark blue jerseys, Evangel in their cream, light-colored jerseys.
You know, you talk a lot about the first 5, last 5 of each half. This first 5 of this half will be really big for Vanguard.
He got Isaac Rao up in the air and went right underneath him and converts there. Nice bucket by number 32, Connor Kennedy.
He's been active.
And Antonio Bishop, check out Bishop.
He's been active all night. He's done a great job of being active, especially with Alman gone. And there's another pick up by him.
And heads-up play by Adoy to ding it off of Bishop's head. we might. Yeah, here it is again. Look at Adoy. Literally the heads-up play of going out of bounds, and you touched it last. Right off the back of his head.
You know, good job right here by the officials of trying to get together and making it right. That's good.
We got it right up here. They can look at our replay.
Yeah, they don't get that luxury, do they?
We do. Adoy, the senior, will inbound the ball to Shad Alexander. Got some trivia for you here. If you follow SAGU or Vanguard, got some trivia questions for you. So get your thinking caps on if you're an alumnus or current student of either of these schools here. And there's a shot clock violation right there called against
when they watch the film, Emmanuel's going to be really disappointed when he sees that he should have just taken that free throw line jumper. He had a wide open shot, and instead he tried to make a pass. Be confident.
All right, let's go with question number 1. What team did SAGU play, all right, and lose to in the 2013 NAIA National Championship game? 2 years ago, these Lions advanced to the title game in Kansas City. There's the question. Give you a few minutes to think about it. Try not to Google it. Try not to cheat. Let us know. If you know the answer, put up on Twitter. And we'll give the answer for you in just a few moments.
I will say I was at that game, and that championship game was the team that SAGU lost to was one of the best NAIA teams that I've seen. They were just complete.
I was there as well, and I was thoroughly impressed with how SAGU, though they lost the game, never gave up.
No, you're right.
And they were just outmatched by a bigger, taller team. I'll never forget what I heard the CBS Sports Network commentators say when there were about 5 minutes left and the game got out of hand. He said, you know what? When you're down to 4 minutes left to play, he said, everyone's tired. Both teams are tired, but tall is still tall.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it was, just the pure height, because both teams were exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, they laid it out on the line.
And you have to play to win that. You have to play 4 games in 4 days.
That's correct.
And that's exhausting.
And here's a foul underneath.
Yep.
And they're going to whistle that on Isaac Rao. Now check that.
I don't know what Coach Boswick...
It is on Isaac Rao. Yeah, it's on Isaac Rao.
What Coach Boswick saw, he got Key Watkins in right off the bat. He didn't start the second half, but as soon as we got 18 minutes in, he got Key back in the ball game.
And Doyle will check out. Remington Mitchell. Check back in. Mitchell, 6'8" junior. And there is, I think you got him coming down, Frank. I think it was a clean block, but coming down, you got to have space to clear. Nice board by Gentry.
That didn't hurt us, though. I guess that's a good foul, right?
On up ahead, and got away with the travel there. He got away with one, trying to collect his feet. Mitchell puts it through. The lead is 19. I don't think Vanguard's been down 19 all season long.
No, that's that first 5 minutes of the second half, and there's not. They just haven't made any big buckets. You know, I'm surprised they haven't run more screens. Here's a screen for Eccles.
Right there, yeah.
They haven't got wide open looks.
High post screen, a 3-ball look, and good right downtown, down the middle.
Brandon Brothers, man, I'll tell you what, I'd start throwing it to him more often. He's hit 3 from way out there.
Gentry working left side on Hussein. Nothing there. Tough pass. Stripped away. Here comes Miles Smith. He lays it up and in. That's better defense. That began when Gentry first had a tough pass in the corner. It resulted in an easy bucket in transition.
And it was all forced by Brandon Brothers. Makes the big shot here, and then on the defensive end, forces the issue. Great job.
Shad working on Smith. Over to Rao. Underneath to Mitchell.
Good job.
Easy bucket. And how about the court vision from the big man?
Great play. Great mature play. Draws the defense. Easy dish.
You know, a play like that, I know you love to score, but that is one of the most gratifying plays in basketball. I was never a great ball player, but I played as a monster block there and slow to get up.
And he fell hard.
Is that Brothers? Or is that...
Antonio Bishop.
It's actually, yeah, it's a Bishop. You might see that again. And Bishop still... Well, he's not moving very much at all there.
Yeah, he landed right on his head. Right on the side of his head.
Take a look and see what happens here. Watch number 32. Oh, we all saw that. And you saw the SAGU player coming to give help. He took it hard right on his right cheek and temple.
Yeah, this is not, and you'll see both teams praying. Both teams know this is a big moment for this young man.
Well, you are seeing him move his body, which is a really good sign. You see his left arm moving a bit, and I think he's going to come around. Just kind of got his bell rung there.
Yeah.
Now, in football, this can happen quite a bit. As a head football coach, what's the protocol here when someone gets their bell rung up in the head area?
Well, you see, they don't. As soon as it's head, you see our head athletic trainer Stuart is right on the phone now, and they'll bring the EMS in right away, and they'll probably put him on the board because you don't mess around with any type of head injury. Even if he feels like he's fine, they will take every precaution, and rightfully so. You can't. You always want to be safe than sorry on this. It looks like he's trying now to come up, and he's moving all of his hands and arms. That's a good sign.
See Jesse Gotting there, the athletic director for SAGU nearby. You have Stuart on the phone, head trainer here.
Now what happens?
You can kind of see. You see Bishop trying to get up. And I think Stewart's telling him no, just sit there.
No, he is, and that's what'll happen is, a young man will get knocked out, and he'll hit his head, and then they'll come to and want to act like everything's okay, and that's when the bad thing can happen. So you'll take every precaution.
Okay.
And Stewart's been around for a long time. He's done a great job.
Now you played football at Evangel. Did you ever, have an unfortunate experience like this on the field of play?
I did. I just remember waking up and saying, not waking up, but looking out there and saying, I better just walk to the right sideline, because I got my bell rung.
Oh, no.
So fortunately I did. But I think he's going to have a severe headache, but good thing is they're able to move him over, and he'll be all right.
Well, he's got 9 points already for his ball club, playing real well. We'll take a quick break, be right back with more here in the SAGU Sports Network. Your score 57-41 in favor of SAGU. Stay with us here on the Holiday Classic presented by AGCU. We are back here at the Schaefer Center. They've successfully got Bishop off the court. He'll be going to the local hospital. But interesting, now we've been off actual playing time for about 15 to 17 minutes. I wonder if there'll be any kind of a ritual or any kind of loosening up time, or they just go back out there and play. What's
it looks like they're just going to go back and play, which you can see some of the guys doing some stretches on their own.
Sure.
And that's mature. You want to stay loose. But it'll also interesting the momentum.
That's what I was telling you in the break. Will this affect SAGU in a negative way?
Right. I think it does. That opponent that person that had the momentum, I think that hurts them. And it'll be interesting once again this next minute or so, if Vanguard, especially now they've got a little bit of playing for one of their teammates.
I was going to say we'll make a note here. Will the injury to Bishop be a catalyst to spur Vanguard to inspired play?
For sure.
To cut into this deficit?
Yeah.
Well, they can cut into it right here. We're back to action here from the free throw line anyway, and it's good. And just get the sense that Vanguard's going to rally around their fallen comrade.
And this is good for Miles Smith. Seeing the basketball go through the hoop is good for him. He hasn't really had a bunch of looks, but he's one of their better shooters, especially from three-point range. And being down like this, you're going to need those shots.
It's 1 of 2. The lead is 15. Rao, the inlet pass from Alexander, not there. Keeps his dribble alive. Looking to take his man. Hesitation move over to Mitchell, who quickly got to Swearingen, and back to Rao, and stripped finally with about 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here come Vanguard. Looking for the open man, spots up Miles, and it hits the top of the backboard. They let it play on though. Miles Smith now missed that one, and here comes SAGU. Shot put by Lawrence, no good. Then a conversion there by Mitchell off the Elbert miss.
Making that long rebound and making it offense. Always been a trademark of the SAGU offense.
Remington Mitchell's got 8.
But that was the look that Miles wanted.
Here it is again. You see Lawrence with the miss, and then that could have been a charge there.
Exactly.
It looked very well could have been a charge. Free throw's good. The lead is 18. Miles Smith looking to lead his team back, and a whistle away from the basketball. Going to be against.
Looks like it was on Rashad Alexander.
Is that on Alexander? It is going to be on Alexander.
It's interesting. Only his second, but still kind of a. Kind of a bad foul. If you're going to have a foul, that's a bad foul to get away from the ball.
Wayberry back over to Eccles. Eccles been quiet. Get that average back up. He averages 21.5. Tough shot there. And gets the friendly roll and the whistle.
That's, you know what, for big-time shooters, that's what you have to have. You got to find a way to get easier buckets. He's a big-time scorer. He's going to get to the free throw line. That's good basketball. He's a good basketball player, and that's what you have to do. You want to see that ball go through the hoop.
Key Watkins will check back in for Elbert Lawrence. Lawrence, freshman, 6-foot freshman from right here in DeSoto High School. DeSoto area, I should say. Grace Prep High School.
You know, in putting Key Watkins on Eccles, you got a bigger frame, a little bit more muscle to kind of lean on Eccles a little bit.
Now a little pressure here in the backcourt from Vanguard. Lions had to work to get that ball across. Oh, he has got Swearingen.
That's a really good adjustment by Coach Soliday. Force the issue a little bit, try to make SAGU play a little bit helter-skelter.
Bounce pass over to Watkins, pumps up underneath. Short, it's his own rebound, looking for help. Spots up Mitchell, mid-range jumper, buries it. Remington Mitchell.
That's a great shot. That makes him really dangerous if he can hit that 16, 17-footer.
And when the big men get in rhythm from that point, that opens up their inside game even more.
Unbelievable, yep.
Because then you're forced to come out and play him.
Yep, exactly. He's a hard matchup if he can do that.
Alexander spots up Watkins into the paint, dishes over to Mitchell. He may take it again, gives it up over to Alexander again.
He wasn't so sure on that one.
And there's going to be a little screen with Mitchell and Rashad, a little two-man game. Swing over weak side to Watkins. Oh, he tried to get a little too cute. Faked the pass to Swearingen, drove in, and then some kind of a behind-the-back attempt to hit Swearingen. Meanwhile, at the other end, Smith makes him pay.
That's turning defense into offense there. Turnover equals 3 points, and that was exactly what they did in the previous half.
Now, a mistake like that will get you on the bench. And you see Jason Gentry set to come in for, I would assume, Key Watkins.
That might be. I don't know.
Oh. And a dish inside from Swearingen to Mitchell, but they're going to wave it off.
It's going to be on Swearingen, a player control foul. He's got to be able to land safely, not on top of a...
And a timeout.
You can see it right here.
On the little...
Leaves his feet.
There it is. Good defense right there by...
Brandon Brothers again, making a big play.
Brothers. Feet set.
Yeah.
I own this space.
Yeah.
You got to land outside my space.
And, you know, a lot of times you see guys get out of there because, oh, ball's gone. But he stayed there, maintained.
Inside the arc there.
Yep.
Of the circle.
He did a good job. That's what I'm very interested. This is going to be a very interesting next 5 minutes because you kind of see a little bit of momentum shift. You had a guy make a big three in Miles Smith. See if another guy can get in and knock down a shot. And, you know, the thing for Vanguard, with their athleticism, they just want to keep that game within 10. They want to keep it within 10. If they're under 10 with 5 minutes left, then they've got a chance.
In the game.
They're in the game.
And you know what? I stand corrected. Gentry comes in for another player, and Key's going to stay in the game. So I think he's looking to give Alexander some help with ball handling if the pressure's going to come from Vanguard. So Watkins stays in the game. The Lions of SAGU up by 14. Vanguard looking for answers. Brothers over to Eccles. Eccles had a quiet night, just 11. Works on Watkins, gets it over to Allman. Lays it off the glass, and one.
And one. That's what they didn't have in the first half. You know, he got in the foul trouble in the first half.
Watch the left hand here.
And you see his strength.
Turns, spins, and then collects, protects, and goes up.
He's very comfortable around the basket. Use both hands, right hand, left hand around the basket.
And notice he is a right-handed free throw shooter.
Yep.
Throws up a brick, but is what it is. Here comes Pate in transition. Looked at the three, keeps his dribble. I love this. Back it in. Spot up Gentry. He goes baseline. Loses his dribble in help. Alexander, 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. And a whistle away from the ball. Actually, a timeout.
Watkins called a timeout, yeah.
Watkins called it away from the ball. I guess it's going to be just a 30-second timeout. Look at the fouls here. 6 fouls committed against SAGU. Just 1 against Vanguard, and that could be a problem because if the game is 7, 8, 9,
Sure.
10 with about 3 minutes left and you're stuck at maybe at this point 3 or 4 fouls,
sure,
you're wasting time trying to foul get SAGU to the line.
Well, and just every time, you know, the next one, now Vanguard's shooting free throws every foul, and that's a big advantage. You're scoring points when the clock's not ticking down. So that is an issue, especially in a comeback situation for Vanguard.
It's a double-edged sword, fouls are. You don't want to give away free throws with 15 minutes left, but you've got to make sure when the game comes to crunch time, when you're fouling, you're getting people to the line with a chance to get a rebound.
Exactly right.
And Pate heads up play off the back of Brothers, misses the layup, and they may get a backcourt. Let's take a look and see here. I know Gentry's feet were right at the midcourt line. Very interesting call here.
That will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see the replay
might
here.
Get a chance to see this where Gentry's feet were when he collected the basketball.
Because he's got to have all three over in order to be able to then go back over.
They're going to call it a backcourt violation. Going to give it over to Vanguard. And you see Bostwick over there on the left side of your screen describing what happened, and the refs aren't buying it.
No, when he pivoted, his foot went on that half-court line, so he had all three in the front court.
Eccles with 11 finds Smith. Over to Hussein. Good ball movement into the paint. What the speed this kid has. And he misses the shot, but a bad pass by Mitchell. And when he passed it, he was out of bounds, which may have actually saved an easy layup for Vanguard.
Yes, yeah, but there's Allman again, doing a great job of just keeping the ball alive, something that he didn't have in the first half.
Allman's got the ball right now, swings it over to Smith. Eccles, ooh, Key nearly had that one, and Key stays his ground as Eccles tries to cross him over. Here's a miss. Alexander clears, fouled, no call. Pate, he's got Gentry left side, behind the back pass to Mitchell, and they're going to wave it off, and they might get, they're going to get Pate.
Allman on
a
block
on Allman, so that's just their second foul, so that's actually a pretty good foul. Going to get those fouls up to close to 6 or 7. Here it is again. Did you see? Oh, yeah.
But so now this is huge.
Horrible acting job by Allman.
Because Allman that's his fourth foul. So, I mean, he's done for maybe 5 minutes left in the game.
Spin move. Tough shot to get to the fall. Boom, baby, and one. Oh, look at Gentry flex. Oh, my.
That's the
Gentry
muscle you talk about at halftime.
Give me the ball. I'm going home and come get you some of this right here. Kind of flicked it off his right hand. Mitchell's happy. I saw Bostwick on the sideline thrusting his fist. Gentry with a huge chance to convert a three-point play, and he misses the back end, but still, nice play. Lead back to 14 for SAGU. Ooh, into the game now is Timothy Burke, number 12, 6'9", and he gets that rebound and loses it to Mitchell, but Mitchell throws it back to a Vanguard player, Hussein.
It's interesting.
Really need it.
Slowing down the pace here, spacing it out a little bit.
Need to be patient right here, but Eccles lets it go.
What a rebound by Miles
Smith pulls a Lorenzo Charles on up ahead to Gentry. And followed by Mitchell off the Gentry miss.
Great effort.
Mitchell's got 13.
For a big guy following the play, hustling, it could have been very easy for him to stay around the three-point line. Just watch. Good job.
Check that. That was actually Micah. No, that is Jason Gentry with the miss. He likes to protect the ball with the rim and go in reverse, and Mitchell knows that. So he was right there in case the miss happened in the right spot.
There's Brothers again.
Big-time three from number 22, a freshman from Glendora, California. He's got 11.
He's hitting 3 threes, and he's just got a good shooting stroke. Does a good job.
If you're Vanguard, you want to get it to 9 with about 9 to play at this point. You'd be happy with that, and they're right on time to do that. They're down 13 with 10.5. Key over to Gentry from 3. No good. Long rebound. Loose ball, and Vanguard will come away with it. And Bostwick's going to get Rao back in. Doesn't like what he saw defensively there with that loose ball hustle.
Another open 3.
Little flat, but it goes right in. Malachi Hussein cuts the lead to 10.
That's the three-point play. I mean, the back-to-back three-pointers completely changes. Goes from 16 to 10.
And now Mitchell, check that, Rao will be joined by Adoy at the next timeout for defensive purposes. Step back into Pate, turns, spins, left side goes up high, and it's going to be Mitchell, and he is going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line. I think it was a shooting foul. Yeah,
and that's a great teaching point of how you keep the ball up high.
Yes,
you keep the ball up high.
Watch this right here. All you guys watching home at Young, never goes below his shoulders.
And he was able to keep the other guy away. Good job. Needs to convert these.
And Rao will come in for Pate, and if Mitchell makes the free throw, he'll be subbed in by Adoy.
You know, against a smaller lineup that Vanguard puts out here, and Allman has been in foul trouble. You know, he's got 14 points here, Remington Mitchell. He's played huge tonight. This is really good for the junior. And he stayed the course. He came in, didn't get as much time as a freshman, sophomore. He just stayed the course.
He and Rao are both from Mansfield. Now, Mitchell went to Mansfield High School, and Rao went to Lake Ridge. They're both within 2 years of each other. So they probably played a lot against each other in AU ball, or perhaps even in high school. Now they're teammates together, and they are leading the charge here as SAGU back up by 12 with 9:45 left in game number 2. The Holiday Classic here, presented by AGCU. Got to give the answer now to our trivia question. It's been a while. What team did SAGU play and lose to in the 2013 NAIA National Championship game? And the answer is forthcoming.
That's a great job by Vanguard right there to make sure they'll keep the ball alive. And now a free throw by their best player. Once again, he's seeing the ball through
Georgetown. There's your answer. You knew that. I knew that.
You got it, Georgetown.
Not Georgetown from D.C. Georgetown out of Kentucky. Yeah, Georgetown of Kentucky. And I think Georgetown won that game by 8 or 9 points in a real tough match. A little proud of the Lions. And yeah, we just ran into a better team that day. Just a better team all the way around.
They were. At least you didn't beat yourself. You knew they beat you.
That's right. Watkins with a tough rebound. Oh my. Gets it out to Jason. Now nearing the 9-minute mark.
Oh, it's
10 on the shot clock.
Had a wide open opportunity.
And Rashad called for a very uncharacteristic travel. He rarely gets called for that. Kind of got in trouble in the paint, picked up his dribble.
Well, I think he was surprised he was that wide open. He had a wide open 18-footer, and he just didn't know what to do with it.
In a moment, we'll give you a Vanguard trivia question. That's next break. Fire one out there for you for all the Vanguard SAGU or alum and students watching. Eccles looking for help. Takes it himself. Rebound Adoy. Love how he just protected that ball.
You know, he's had to work for every shot he's taken tonight.
Mitchell looks like he wants to take Burke. They're clearing out. They're clearing out for Rao. Gentry may work it back in to Rao. He'll take it himself from the free throw line and buries it. That's a
great take.
Basically just a tough-looking free throw.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Notice how they cleared out for Rao, though, as a freshman. What respect they have for his offensive game to clear out to see if he can take Burke.
He's such a matchup issue. I mean, 6'6", handle the ball, and he's long and rangy. Oh, great effort.
Steal by Adoy. He leads the team in steals. That's right, a forward leads the team in steals. A 6'5" senior. One of the smartest players defensively to ever come through the program in the last 8, 9, 10 years I've been here. Rashad from way downtown and a whistle right as the shot was released.
You know, Emmanuel's a great story coming in from North Little Rock. Just a great kid. He's been, you know, he comes and is friendly with all the faculty and staff and their children. He's a great kid, one of the mildest mannered.
He's offered to work with my son on his postgame.
Isn't that something?
My son is 6'3", 15 years old, and he just adores Emmanuel Adoy.
Yeah.
And because he's watched, of course, the Lions play over the years, and he just loves Emmanuel's game. And I've talked to Emmanuel. He's like, I would love to, you know, to work with your son. Just let me know it.
That's awesome.
I just love that, you know, give back attitude.
Yep.
Gentry finds a cutting Adoy and gets it. Oh, baby! The hoop and the arm. What a move. Off the pass from Gentry, the ball trickled around the rim, And then the blocking foul to boot. Play of the second half so far. The charging Adoy protects it. Long arms. There's the block. You see the ref. Boom, baby! Send Adoy to the line.
Incredible
a chance to increase the
concentration.
lead to 16.
Gets hit. Incredible concentration to put it off the glass. Great job by Emmanuel. Well, he's fun to watch. Always working hard.
On his jump shot and his interior game, his defense is stellar. All you young players watching there, when you see a player in trouble, the baseline, go to the basket. Especially if he's double teamed, because chances are you may be wide open.
That's one of the fundamentals of the game. Just cut to the basket. Cut to the basket.
And he buries the free throw, 3-point, the old-fashioned way. The lead is now 16, the highest it's been. It was at the 16:06 mark when we had the injury to Bishop. SAGU Lions have got that lead back where they wanted, and there Eccles cuts it back to 14. Eccles now has 14. He's inching closer to his average.
That's a great play call by Vanguard to get him an easy look and take advantage of a defensive laziness, really. You know, back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel's the only 4-year starter for SAGU. I mean, he's just been incredible for 4 years. The guy that always takes the charge. He's one of those role players.
And Rashad's become a huge role player for Coach Boswick as he buries a three right in front of the bench. His own bench cheering him on as Rashad Alexander now's got 13, and the lead is inching up bigger for SAGU. Now it's 17. That's going to be short, and don't fight over it, boys. Adoy and Rao are fighting over that rebound. Rashad's got a wide open Gentry. He's going to take that. He's going to, oh, I thought he had it. It looked good from up here. I almost put it in for him.
They're starting to, you can see Vanguard's having to start to take more chances. We're going to get, SAGU's going to get more open looks. They've got to be able to nail that down.
This is a point of the game, good point. This is a point of the game where it's going to either be a blowout or they're going to come right back. Look at this. Oh, baby! Key to Rao, a punctuation mark. And the lead is now 19. Are you kidding me?
That's incredible. Incredible to watch him run the floor. Run the floor like that and be in sync.
Talk about ups. Love to see big men run the floor, and good guards like to reward them. And right there, Bishop answers at least one of those buckets back that the Lions have been in a furious rush on and lead back to 17.
That was a huge blow. You can kind of see the bench of Vanguard kind of wondering, can we do this? You know, you start to have doubt in your mind of, hey, can we come back from this? Good job by Boswick out right here trying to take it down within 5 of the shot clock.
Key from 3. Long rebound picked out of the air by Zachary Allman.
That's a great possession, though, for SAGU. You take down the clock to 5 minutes left, or 5 seconds left, excuse me, and you get a quality look by your best scorer.
Time now for trivia question number 2 for Vanguard. All right, Vanguard folks. Which Vanguard graduate has had a lead role in Sci-Fi's Haven? Which Vanguard grad has had a lead role in Sci-Fi's Haven and reoccurring voice acting roles on Uncharted video games? All right, Vanguard alumni and students. Which of your grads has had a lead role in Sci-Fi's, the Sci-Fi Channel Network's show called Haven, and has been a recurring voice acting role on the video games called Uncharted? I'll give you a hint. It's a female. All right, get cracking, Vanguard friends. We'll give you the answer in a few moments.
Have you seen any of those? Have you seen any of those movies?
I have not.
I have not either. I have heard about the Uncharted video game. Matter of fact, I've got a nephew who's got it.
My kids are into NBA 2K16 and the new Star Wars Battlefront. Have you played that?
I have not.
Even I'm a sucker for that stuff. I'm just like locked in. Very addicting.
My mother wanted me to go outside and play.
Here's the replay. Look at Rao. He eyes Key. If we see this again, watch these two make eye contact. You can almost see Rao with his eyes saying, "Give me the ball," as he ran wide, filled the wide lane, and then angled in at just the right spot. Key saw it, threw it up there. Kind of reminded me of the days when Dominic Rambo would just air it up for Mike Newellaway.
Man.
You talk about some monster dunks.
They were able to do that.
My
Incredible.
goodness.
But you know, Isaac has a great ability to elevate quickly. Boy, and he glides. He just glides.
Back to live action, under 5 to play. And Vanguard needs to get a lot of points in a hurry, and they need to stop the clock with some fouls. And they'll get 2 back right there with Allman. He's got 4 now in the night. Alexander bounce pass Allman with the steal. You got to make something happen here if you're Vanguard. In transition, try to get a foul if you can, or maybe take a 3 inside to Allman. Looking over, cross-court pass to Hussein, and he buries a 3! A quick 5 points. The lead's back to 15. Now here comes the full court press, Frank.
They're taking their risk, and it's rewarding them. They had a turnover from SAGU and then a good 3. But you know, I'm a big fan of Allman. The way he plays, when he gets in here, he makes things happen.
Gentry. Long rebound. Weak side rebound, and we'll keep it right here with 29 in the shot clock. And I assume SAGU will milk that down to about, like I said, 5-6 seconds left.
We'll see the maturity of SAGU right now. Can they be disciplined enough to
not take
some
that
time
shot
off? Yeah. They still have the lead by 12.
And a tough pass from Adoy. Should have passed it to Rao. Instead looked for Alexander, and it was too high. It sails out of bounds. So a turnover here at an inopportune time. Vanguard a chance to cut it to
they can capitalize
get 8
on
straight
this.
points with a 3 here.
Yeah, they can get it to a 3-possession game here.
Long 3, no good off the front edge. Let it go out of bounds. And Eccles just trying to make something happen now. He's still about 7 below his average.
He's been frustrated. I think he's shooting 4 of 16 right now. And that's not where he usually is. He shoots at a much higher percentage. Great help defense.
Allman.
Once again, Allman with the steal. See if they can get some type of good look at a 3. Here it is.
Got it.
I would eventually see
9.
a timeout at this point. No, he's going to let him play.
Eccles is 5 for 17. 5 for 17. That's not Eccles-ish at all. Rashad will work the clock down.
Need a good look
Finds
here.
Adoy. Finger roll, front edge of the rim. Here comes Vanguard. There's life yet. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Here you go. Last 3 minutes are going to be pretty good. You see the momentum shift.
You can feel it. A big 3 here cuts it to 6. And the lead at 6. And a timeout. Coach Bostwick has seen enough. It was 19 just 3 minutes ago on the game clock. At the 6-minute mark, the score was 78-59, and now with 2:58 left,
it's a 2-possession game.
It's a 2-possession game.
And I'm a little bit surprised that Bostwick didn't take a timeout at 9 points. You can see it. A good shot here.
First 3, and then here is a nice play inside. Just some highlights from the first and second half of play here. Nice move from Swearingen. So yeah, Jamin Eccles, 5 of 17. If he just hits a few more of these buckets, we're tied.
Yeah, well, and I'm surprised that
here's the last 3 threes here, Frank. Walk us through these.
And that's not bad defense. It's not bad defense. The kid's got to rise up and make a 3, and he's made 2 in a row. And you know what? Guys have had to step up. Eccles hasn't been shooting at a good percentage, and guys have stepped up.
Well, let's see who's hot here. 4 of 6 from three-point land is Brandon Brothers. There's your three point percentage comparison. Pretty close, 40-38. You've got 4 of 6 for Brothers from three-point land. Wareberry is 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Eccles is 2 of 6. We know he can score. And Hussein, Malachi Hussein's 4 of 8. So these guys can all let it go.
And that's the thing. You got to understand. They only shoot 3s. Those guys are just going to be out there shooting 3s. I think the timeout was good just to regroup. And let's see if we can get a good quality shot here.
Watkins gets it over to Alexander. Rao, Jason, Gentry needs this one.
Great open look.
Back 9. Maybe the biggest three of the game just to stop the bleeding.
Great job. It was a great play out of the timeout, played under control, and a great open look, and he had to bury it. Big shot by Jason Gentry.
Oh, and answering is Hussein. He's now 5 of 9. The lead is, he's insane. Hussein is insane. Alexander now. Oh, a nice pass to Key. He's going to keep it alive. Taking more time off the clock. Cross court pass over to Rao with now 13 of the shot clock. And here we go again. Rao is going to work on Allman as a clear out.
And
6 on the shot clock.
Let's try to take it right to, oh, he settled.
Allman with the board, and you're right, Rao settled for an 18-foot fadeaway jumper and a chance to cut this lead to 3. No good. Rebound, Adoy, minute 47, and a foul against Vanguard against Connor Kennedy off the bench.
Oh, Coach Saladay's probably not real happy about this one. You know, in a heated game like this, you call a ticky-tack foul here.
I think, is that a foul? If Rashad stops, I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
That's either way. I mean, technically he was hit, but.
Coach Saladay is much more patient than I am on that one.
So, Alexander, floater pass over to Gentry. 15 on the shot clock. SAGU up 6, trying to milk this win. 128 now, 8 on the shot clock.
Look at the matchup below.
Going to take his man.
Great job.
Love that drive to the basket. When he gets to the free throw line, he takes 2 big dribbles, gets past his man, lead back up to 8.
That's a great play by a senior.
Watch him drop his right shoulder, Frank. If we see
Mm-hmm.
this again, watch Gentry. When he makes the decision to go, there's this explosive next level coming right there. Boom. And that's it. Man is beat.
Yep, he did a great job. And finishing with the left, away from his body to protect the basketball. Great job. You know, he's played really big as a senior. I was interested how he would be fatigue-wise with the injury, and he's playing his best basketball with a few minutes left.
Okay, our answer for our trivia question, in which Vanguard grad had the lead role in Sci-Fi's Haven and recurring voice acting roles on the video games called Uncharted, the answer is Emily Rose. Emily Rose, a Vanguard graduate, making it happen in the world of entertainment media. All right, so your lead is 8. Your coach Boswick, you know you're going to face a full court press. Do you go with a 3-guard match, a 3-guard lineup at this point?
Exactly right. You want to put your best free throw shooters out there. You want to have
best ball handlers, and one big tall to get the rebound.
And I would say this: I would think about putting Remington in just because he's been a big free throw shooter. He's been big protecting the glass, offensive rebounds. Yeah, he's 100% in his free throws and 100% in his field goals. So, I mean, obviously that's why I'm not the coach, because he's not out there.
But he's 6 for 6.
But that's what I would think.
That's right. He's 6 for 6 from the field and 3 for 3 from three-point land. You need to send a text to Boswick and tell him what's up, right?
Yeah.
All right, big 3 from Brothers, no good.
Oh.
And a foul on Miles Smith as he pushed Gentry on the loose ball.
Now Gentry just mishandled it.
I thought he whistled for a foul. I think Gentry got fouled, right? He just missed it. My bad. Allman, and there's a foul! Adoy called for the whistle. Allman has put his team on his shoulders the last few moments, defensively and offensively. The late rotation, Adoy unable to get there in time. And the lead is now 6 with a minute to play. Could be 5. That's a 2.
He came in with
possession game
with 3 minutes left, and he's made a complete impact. And playing with 4 fouls, still playing aggressive. Still up 2 possessions. You don't have to rush him. Let him foul you.
Key, careful. They give it up. It's going to be an easy bucket. And the lead is now 4. And another timeout. Boswick has got to bring his team back from getting this out of control in a hurry. The lead, as we said, was 19 just a few moments ago. They went on a 13-0 run from the 6-minute mark to about 2:58 to make it a ball game. And here you see that just a poor guard play by SAGU led to the easy up and in.
At that point, he's got 3 guys on him. Play keep away.
Right.
You know, there's got to be 2 guys open. And, you know, if that, then you got to hold the ball and make them foul you. You know, at this point right here, you see, as a referee, I'm thinking, I'm trying to anticipate what the other team's going to do. You know, what you don't want to do as a referee is dictate the outcome of the game.
Right.
You want to get that flow going. You know, my dad has refereed for 25 years, and the one thing he yeah, basketball, correct. And one thing he always does is he knows who has 4 fouls, because you don't want to dictate that guy. You know, Allman's got 4 fouls. You want to make it be a bone-crushing foul,
a good foul, yeah,
in order to knock him out of the game. And that's what I mean. I think officials just want to let it roll and let the players decide the game. And these guys have done a great job. I felt like it's been very well officiated. You know, we thought at the beginning when it was 7-1. Now the foul's 8-6. It's kind of evened itself out.
Evened it out, absolutely. Look at some free throws. You've got today Rashad Alexander 2 of 3, Gentry 2 of 3, Adoy 1 of 1, and of course you mentioned Mitchell 3 of 3. So they've only shot 10 free throws all game long, 8 out of 10 on the day. They're about to hit the line in a moment here. It's going to be, oh, another steal on a bad pass from Adoy. Hussein got it up, and a foul against Vanguard, and a huge miscue. Hussein, you got to put that in. A great play defensively to anticipate the pass from Adoy. Adoy's trapped.
Yeah.
Gave up his dribble, I think, and here comes Hussein, picks off the pass. You got to put that in.
No, I was really surprised that he didn't call a timeout there. He was trapped. You're right. He was trapped. I'm surprised he didn't call a timeout. Instead, he threw it away.
Here it is again. He's looking for Rashad over the top, and Hussein was right there.
Great job once again. Jason Gentry coming up with a big play. I don't know.
So
interesting on the fouls on him.
It'll be Adoy at the line. He's 1 of 1 for the day.
I'm surprised by that.
Free throw is no good, and Allman with the board. 30 seconds left. The lead is 4. Could you imagine this just a few minutes ago?
What a great
game. They could cut the lead to 1. And instead, Hussein throws it away, looking for Allman on a little mini alley-oop.
You know, it looked like he was anticipating the defense to come to him, never did, and he just threw it over his head.
Become a game of attrition the last 2 minutes of play here. Both teams making a lot of mistakes, and Gentry runs to the free throw line. Can't wait to shoot these.
Wait, and these games in December is when you define who your senior leader is going to be. And you saw Jason Gentry go get the basketball, and he wasn't going to let go until somebody fouled him. That's the senior leadership you want.
He's a senior. He leads the team in scoring tonight, 16 points. He's 6 of 16, 2 of 9 outs from three-point land, but he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and he's got 10 boards, already a double-double. And like you said, the senior, give me the ball in my hands. I'll win it or lose it with my shoulders.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I always say this, in big games, big-time players have to play. And he's being a big-time player today. And I'm a little disappointed that Eccles hasn't been able to find a way to get to the basket a little bit more. But that's also a tribute to Watkins and Alexander, and even Swearingen did a great job defending him.
It is. He's got, I actually checked it. I believe he's got 16 points on the day and 10 boards, and now he's got 17 on the day.
And
look at your bench scoring. It's pretty even, 26-25 in favor of SAGU. Points in the paint, big one. 36 for SAGU, just 18. Doubled up Vanguard, and
big
look at that. He hits them both.
Big time. That's great.
Lead is 6. And a whistle. It's going to be against Key with the block.
See, this is the one thing you don't want. You don't want to allow them to score while the clock's not running down. Now, it eliminates the 3-point, but still they can cut it down.
Got to hit these both. Or maybe you make one and miss the second. Are you at that point yet where you would miss the second? Or I don't know. With down 5, what do you do here?
Because it's still 1-1. They still only have 8 fouls. I would get a quick foul, make SAGU make a free throw, make a front end on a 1-and-1. But still 2-possession game. They're going to have to get a quick foul.
Nichols looking for point number 18, and he's got it. The lead is back up to 4, or I should say cut to 4.
And I think at this point right now, if I'm SAGU, I'm saying get the ball to Gentry and hold it until they foul you. You want one guy to be the leader here, and he showed it. He's their leading scorer, and he's just sank 2 free throws. He's confident in it.
The Bostwick talking with one of his assistant coaches, both assistant coaches, one of them being Caleb Gentry. And now you're Coach Soliday. You've got to find a way to get a quick steal. If not, then you got to foul immediately.
Yeah.
And preferably not Gentry.
I
would double team Gentry. Wherever he's at, double him.
Well, and I would try to get in the head. You want to get in the head of the opponent, and Emmanuel just missed a free throw. So that's the guy I'd try to leave open and foul him.
Now, do you tell the refs coming out of the timeout, hey, ref, I'm gonna foul so-and-so at impact, so please be ready to win? I mean, do you kind of go in and
I don't know that you do that as a player. But, the coach, sure, that's not a bad idea. I think that's what these refs are talking about right now is how do we want to handle this.
You see Soliday drawing up a defensive play to trap the recipient of the first pass.
And that's one thing Vanguard's been able to do. They're coachable. They've been able to change some things around during the game and execute it successfully. That's when you know you got a good team. You can't make in-game changes, and then not to mention coming back from 19 points down.
Gentry runs the baseline, throws it up ahead to Rao, and a breakaway dunk up, emphatic dunk, and Rao nearly steals the inbound ball, takes a few more moments off the clock, and that might seal it, folks. No foul. And time is going to run out, and Rao seals it, and the Lions escape with an 87-81 win on a great, you talk about designing a play on defense, how about the design play coming off the timeout offensively?
Yeah, great job by Jason Gentry. I mean, ran a baseline, put the ball on a strike, and then Isaac just does the rest.
So,
I'll tell you what, 2 great ball games tonight. Sir. This is great.
Lions of SAGU take it 87-81. We'll have more commentary and interviews with coaches and players coming up next here on the postgame show on the SAGU Sports Network. SAGU takes game 2 over the other Lions in the tournament in the Classic. 87-81 more right after this.